With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly two. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Burrow's throw taken in by Ridley here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The numbers for Ridley a week ago. 7 catches, 60 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit. And this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop. 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Stiff-armed him. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Nighthawks have taken the early lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll have Cam Newton calling the shots, the big man under center at 6'5", nearly 250 pounds.
And many people are having difficulty pegging exactly what they believe Cam Newton is at this point in his career. For me, when I see certain days and he's right, he can still be an accurate passer, can still get the ball downfield. And his running ability, especially inside the 10, still makes him a difficult quarterback to prepare for.
A look at the numbers from Penny last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Now an option play on 2nd down. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Not only was it a double move route, it was the dreaded post corner for any defensive back because you think that he's going all the way to the post in a deep route, and then he breaks it off to the corner. That's hard to flip your hips and get there.
Well, he didn't flip them in time. Big play. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's a give to Penny, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. It's going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now they go play action now. Burrow airing it out, looking for Ridley. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
They'll start with the option. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second down and 3. They'll try the right side here with Penny. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Once more, Penny. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Rashad Penny, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lumberjacks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Parkey with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Now Burrow on first down. Middle of the field to the tight end Doyle. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now Burrow. He's got Jack Doyle. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And now Edmonds going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Edmonds again. Oh, Edmonds has it knocked loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. That one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cam's going to run the option right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Here's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Extra point now by Boswell. It's good to make it 17-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Newton. Complete to Hilton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now it's Newton. Looking for Inman deep. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point.
Usually the offense hasn't answered anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jonathan Bostic. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Burrow looking to pass. Smith catches left side. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Boswell's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, the better off you're going to be.
And let's shift our attention to this defensive unit as they march back onto the field. And they have forced now 4 turnovers, Mr. Davis. How've they been so effective?
It's hard to get a read on them if you're on offense because they're coming from different angles, different formations, different looks. But bottom line is, if I'm the defensive coordinator, Anything on my play sheet appears to be working right now. You point it out all the time when we call games. Once they get that first one, it becomes a frenzy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's snowballed here in this one. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Newton. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cam's going to run on the option. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And this is Hinman with a catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime and make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Again, he'll target Boyd, this time successful. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Burrow on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Doyle. Now an another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the Vikings who were able to get the victory at home. Kyler Murray, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in week 1. Next, we head off to check out another game. And things didn't work out for him as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Trey Lance, 3 touchdown passes as his guys moved to 2-0 on the young season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line, and he won't quite make it to the 25. Getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
You don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on?
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off play action, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping it air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Newton. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Randy to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Here's Ty Long now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Here we go. Can. Stop.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Burrow will throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Here we go. Ready? Touchdown. 54 Mike.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Edmonds again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. And what I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play. It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Edmonds. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he rifles one incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. A handoff to Penny. And some space here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Instead of the first, he'll have to go backwards for another second down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays second down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Newton. He finds his man, complete. It's Stanley. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
On first and 10, Newton. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Newton now to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They fake the give. Newton. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
But we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third down now, and those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And this is caught at the 8. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Penny. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second and goal from the 1. He'll try again. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Rashad Penny, his second touchdown of the night. And the Lumberjacks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it up the middle, but he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
7 yards, the pickup there. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going on the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going up.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Everybody's down in control. Let's just make plays, man.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10.
54, Mike. 54, Mike. Check, watch 54, Mike.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Out of the gun, Newton. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. Steps away to his left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Newton. He's got Hooper on the short connection, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Newton to throw. That's caught by Penny. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Here's a give to Penny. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, he had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. It's hauled in here by Edmond. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. The kick by Parkey is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, they run with Edmonds. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now it's Burrow. This is Smith with a grab. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here we go. Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
On second down now, Edmonds. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? And they take a knee. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Cam to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. One last throw here for Newton. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the home team here, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Portland, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.